Y'all can't get close, so why you wanna touch us? Cause my team is so hard. My team is legit. Madden 20, Snoop Dogg is. I get it. I got cleats on my feet, jersey on my back, helmet on my head, ready to attack like that. Down in Mississippi and New Orleans, big Snoop Dogg got a Madden league. His team is off the hook and you don't really want none, but if you do, come and get some. See, tell your mama and tell your daddy, and tell the whole damn world this is Madden territory. Tell your mama and tell your daddy, and tell the whole damn world this is Madden territory. Come get some if you want some, but you ain't bad enough, so you can't take none. I'm Big Snoop Dogg, and I'm the only one. And when it comes to Madden, all y'all fools my sons. Bag up off me and watch you lose. Snoop Dogg is on the mic, I'm giving Madden blues. And if you choose to run up on me, you gon' get laid out so fast. Cause I can get you with the run or I can hit you with the pass. I can't be touched and I can't be schemed. Roll you when I'm in a mud league. 2-0, 2-0, Madden time on you suckers. Y'all can't get close, so why you wanna touch us? Cause my team is so hard. My team is legit. Madden 20, Snoop Dogg is. Now get it. Big Snoop Dogg. It's in the game.
Yeah. One up and up is magic. With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror, now I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back.
Few better places in the country weather-wise this time of year than this one right here, Tampa, Florida, at beautiful Raymond James Stadium. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Oakland Raiders and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Here we go. Break. Let's go, defense. Look at me. Go. Man. Get him. Let's go. Ready?
First rep of the game for Josh Jacobs. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at second down.
Early down stuffs to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Nice 7. Go. 45. Mike, 45. We got to get the ball, D. Get the ball right here. Let's go. Check 6. Leo. Check 3. Get it.
2nd and 9 now. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. Give them a first down, 15 yards that time for the Raiders.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. Give him 12 yards that time and an Oakland first down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Strip that ball. Strip that ball. Slam, slam, slam. SOS. Go out.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. Ezekiel Ansah able to record his 5th sack of the season. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down.
Hey.
On second down, Jacobs. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. They'll drop to throw. And all this is taken in one-handed. What a catch. It'll be a pickup of 16, but they'll remain short of the marker, and it's fourth down.
What a catch, and one-handed, and I'm starting to lose my awe about the play, and maybe I shouldn't. How much of this is the player? How much of it is the glove?
Well, those gloves, they do have a little grip to them,
They
don't
get that little extra tackiness to them now, and I know the guys in the NFL, the competition committee, some other places, they're talking about examining those gloves to see if they're having too much of an effect on the game.
That opening drive looked good for a moment there, but they'll wind up being turned away thanks to the missed field goal.
And those especially hurt when you come into a game on the road. You're trying to get things to go your way early, and now you suffer a setback right out of the gate.
Well, this offense got to be loving this. After the long missed field goal, they'll take over on the other side of the 50, first and 10. They'll run for the first time with Peyton Barber. And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and it'll bring up a second and 13. On second down, Barber. And this will be taken across midfield and into Raider territory. It's a gain of maybe 3, but it's going to leave them with still about 8 or 9 to go on third down.
Ready? Come on, God, 55. Here we go. 22, Jet, Bomber. 22, Jet, Bomber.
Dobbs. And he's got a man. It's the tight end Howard, complete. That one good for 24 yards. On first and 10, Dobbs. He completes it to Evans. And there he goes again. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the balls are...
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Peyton Barber, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. The extra point by Gay is up and good, and it's now a 7-0 game. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And the last go-around for them, they tried that really, really long field goal, couldn't connect.
And in retrospect, I think a lot of people would say, well, why would you try one that long? You hurt yourself in field position. The ball comes out, there. That only helps the other team. But I look at it as maybe it was a double shot of confidence. Confident the kicker could make it. And even if he missed, confident in their defense that they could hold him.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. He was trying to get it to Zay Jones that time, and that'll bring up second down.
Set, 15, Ronnie, 15 line. Go. 45.
On play action, they'll throw. He's airing it out for Williams. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. A big play that time for the Raiders. 42 yards.
That's just flat out a beautiful throw right there.
It was a rope. That's maybe the speed you would see on a slant, but he threw that downfield with that kind of pace.
Now, if he throws that one with any type of arc, puts a little air under it, that play doesn't happen. He had to fire it in there, and he did exactly that.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Solid gain of 18 and a Raider first down.
First down, Raiders. Ready. 60 or.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Go there. 10 logo. Look at me. Zipper. Watch it.
On first down, Jacobs. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Give the tackle that time to Jordan Whitehead.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who could do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
Cut. 60 Pittsburgh. 54. He's coming. Double up. He's coming. 80 weapon. Mike 54. Target.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And it'll be intercepted. Snags it for the pick. Darren Waller, the intended receiver. Those INTs all sting, but you throw one in the red zone. I think especially as a rookie, maybe it stings a little bit more.
I think what you're saying is they don't all count the same, do they? Right? Interceptions in the red zone that you've given up points now, those are precious. So you have to learn from those and in a hurry.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. They'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in the 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you're running the big-time races. It means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now.
The stop for no gain brings up 2nd and 10 from the 20. They'll run here with Barber. He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete, certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. Returning, it's Benjamin. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Solid gain of 18 and a Raider first down.
Hey! Go get him! Check. Crunch. 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 Hey! Get it!
They will run the draw with Jacobs.
36.
And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
On the set. 45. Mike, 45. Come on, baby. Go. Go. Hey, Charlie. Now.
Second and 11. He completes it to Jones. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, when you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot, that's a big-time play by the defense.
Hey, let go. Check 45 to Mike. Check 45 to Mike. Tap. Watch the twist. Hit it.
He'll look to throw. It's caught. Jones. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
Yeah, they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up.
Tackle. Mike 5-4. Mike 5-4. Watch the run.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. That's complete to his tight end, Waller. The completion good for 3, and it's second down. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
Score. Check 25. Hey. 11-3. 52.
On second down now, it's Jacobs.
Second time, defense.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. A Raider first down, 17 yards. Successful toss play to the right there. It's interesting. Teams seem to run the toss a lot more to the right than to the left.
It's usually a little more natural. Right-handed quarterback, typically your power side running the ball is to the right side with your guard and your tackle. In college football, they used to call it student body right because you had everyone on that side, including a fullback leading. In the pros, they don't call it that, but it's still the same result.
On first down, they go with Jacobs again. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll, in fact, tackle him behind the line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and it'll be second and 12.
At the 13-yard line.
Let's go. 18 Gator. 45. Come on, baby. Come on, let's go. Good. Hey, Zoo. Watch the run. 5.
Here we go on second and 12. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Everything about that play tells you about today's NFL offenses and what they're asking out of running backs. You can't just be a guy who can run the football. You have to be able to catch it as well, and he didn't get that done on that play.
9th play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long.
You got motion man. You exit. Hey, check Mike 45. Check Mike 45. Bandit. Check 45 to Mike. Check 45 to Mike. Thank can't hang with us. Hey, Alpha. Bring it. Bring it. Go.
He'll look to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line. It's Devin White, the linebacker. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And to be frank, they're just in a tough spot. It's only November, already eliminated from playoff contention. I know their fan base doesn't want to hear that, but that's the case. What are they fighting for now going forward?
You know exactly what they're fighting for is that word that some people don't want to hear, but it's pride.
Draft. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was going to go draft, but pride's better, right?
You know something? You're right, because that's part of it, but that's two different mindsets. That's front office mindset, draft position, where are we going to be and what do we need to get? And then the players and the coaching staff right now, pride. Can they win some games and feel better about themselves despite the fact they have no shot at the playoffs?
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. He was looking for Chris Godwin that time, but now it'll be third down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. This time they stay on the ground. And they'll indeed stop him on third down. And now what do you want to do with your timeouts? Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away. 7 yards on the return after a punt of 39. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
45. Here we go, here we go. 45's the mic, 45's the mic.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And now a fumble. The ball's out, and it's picked up by the Buccaneers. So we've hit halftime here in Tampa with the Bucs out in front. As we send you a stone's throw away across I-4 to Orlando. There standing by is Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Bucs with a lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. So that one will be accepted.
We got this. Ready. Mike hit the screen.
They'll run the toss to Barber. I know it's an emotional game, Charles. You can't do that.
And when you get into your film sessions and you argue your case with your coaches, that's exactly what they say at the end. You just can't do it. It costs your team.
Here's Barber. He gets it forward for 4, maybe 5, but the flags fly. And this one could be coming back. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty.
He's checking, he's checking.
Out of the gun, Dobbs. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. Throwing on 2nd and long. Dobbs, he's got the hook up to Miller. Well, they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. Now, that's one they hate. The ball's got to come all the way back.
So that's an explosive play, a really explosive play that gets wiped out, and they have to start over after the penalty.
Temporarily out of field goal range now as they come up on a 2nd and long after the holding call. Here's a quick hitch route, and the throw complete. It's a gain of 9 yards. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Throwing here, Dobbs. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target in the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him. Find him.
So it's an empty possession, and as a kicker, not the way you want to start your day's work.
And now each team's missed a field goal here so far, Brandon, so apparently neither guy is immune.
They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Give him 12 yards that time at an Oakland first down.
Check. Fresno. Check three. Undercut. Ready?
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
But no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
On 2nd down, it's Jacobs. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Jacobs now. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid-type player. Half defensive back that covers passes and half linebacker that makes tackles. We just saw the linebacker make that play.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. They'll run it now out of the gun. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker.
Hey, wahoo!
They'll look to throw here. Well, the 2 men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. So he missed that field goal earlier, but he says not this time. Able to knock it through, give his guys 3.
I like his poise. I like his confidence, his belief in himself. Sometimes when you miss that first one, you'll see a lot of guys sag and they can't make the next one. Not in this case. Stepped right up like a pro.
Dobbs looking to throw on first down. He finds his target. It's Evans. 14 yards there and a Buccaneer first down. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Barber on 1st and 10. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. 3rd and 15 here after the 1st and 2nd down plays went in the wrong direction. Open man has got it. It's complete. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. That's a gain of 31 with right around 1 minute to go in the quarter.
1st and goal at the 8-yard line.
The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. To throw is Dobbs. And break. The tight end's got it. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3. 3 yards is the gain that time. 2nd and goal. Back to the running game with Barber. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4.
He was brought down at the 4-yard line. A gain of 1 yard on the play. It's now 3rd and goal.
They missed a field goal on their last drive. Here they need something to even get into field goal range on 3rd down.
Buccaneers 7, Raiders 3.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense.
Here's Dobbs to throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, 4th quarter. Maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game. From a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a 1-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
And he is out of bounds here on the return. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Throw left side complete. That's Jacobs. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10. Running the toss here to Jacobs. Now that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Bravo! Check Mike 45. Check Mike 45. You're out. Switch up.
2nd and 14. And he rifles one incomplete. Darren Waller, the intended receiver. But now it's 3rd down. How about the defensive effort from both of these teams that we've seen in this game?
Would you say it's like a high-stakes chess match right now?
Chess is one way to go. Yeah, I like it.
Okay, the only reason I say that, you feel like they're contemplating their moves before actually making one, and none of them being done very confidently.
Truth be told, I've never played chess, and I know that I'm not smart enough to play chess. Guys like you with your IQ, you can pull that off. Here's A.J. Cole now as he's on to punt for Oakland. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. Not too shabby here. This will skip out of bounds at about the 12-yard line.
At their own 12-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
On 2nd and 9, Dobbs. Open man is Howard, the tight end. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. 23 yards the pickup there. On 1st down, Dobbs to throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Now Dobbs. He completes it to Evans. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down.
It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 13.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Dobbs. And that will be incomplete. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that they pick up a 1st down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
And now hang on here. The door, can you hear it? It's a little open.
Or is that the squeaky hinges that I'm hearing right now? Yeah, the door.
Is that too high pitch?
No, not at all. The door is open a little bit. It's almost like when you told those horror stories on the camping trip, right? And now, look out.
Yeah.
We've got a little bit different look on the game at this point.
Big momentum swing here in the 4th on the punt fumble. From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
45 to Mike, 45 to Mike. Pick it up, pick it up.
They're going to look to throw. He's got a man open. It's Hunter Renfrow. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Back to throw. That's caught. It's Malone. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. The pickup goes for 16 and a Raider 1st down. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. I guess they're in a situation now, 4th quarter, where they're forced to take some chances, but I don't know that that was a type of a chance you want to take.
And that one could very easily have been intercepted, and if it does get picked off, that could possibly seal this one.
Hey, keep it up, keep it up. Go.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Looking in zone for Jones. And that is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. A big play there. His 4th touchdown on the year, as they can now tie the game with the extra point here in the final 2 minutes. The extra point, a vital one, and he gets it to go. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told, as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
And this is going to be intercepted. Kevin King with a pick. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. So how about that for a momentum switch?
We're in the 4th quarter, and it's a tie game. You've got to take care of the football here. Now their opportunity to take the lead right out the window, and everything is flipped in the other direction.
Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. Down the numbers. There he goes. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Josh Jacobs, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Raiders have taken the lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes it a 17-10 score. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
The Bucs take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. They're down here in a one-score game. At the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time.
It's caught inside the 25. A big play that time for Tampa Bay. 52 yards. Back to throw. He's got a man. It's his fullback. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. It's a gain of 11, and the Bucs have a first down.
That's a nice job right there, partner, because they were able to work down the middle of the field, working in the seams, because I think defensively they were guarding the sidelines, trying to keep them from getting out of bounds. They took what they gave them, and it was successful.
They'll run on first down. Barber, and he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. They still got 2 timeouts. Got to start using them, don't they?
You absolutely have to. You save them for this situation, but you have to use them.
They'll look to throw, and he can't corral it. That would have wrapped it up if he'd been able to hold on. Instead, it brings up 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 8 yards to go.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Back to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Dobbs pass intended for O.J. Howard. Incomplete. It's 4th down.
Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on 4th down. On 4th down, Dobbs. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby.
That's right, baby. They don't want it.
Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them. So this one, a victory for the Oakland Raiders. And it took a big 4th quarter to do it, but bottom line, they got the job done.
Yeah, it is the bottom line, isn't it? A few anxious moments along the way, though. A few sweaty palms, not just for the team, but for their fans. As you mentioned, down going into the 4th quarter. How about the rally? How about the comeback? Getting it done on both sides of the ball, holding them when they needed to, and finding ways to get points when they had the football.
So for Oakland,